Hello, ma'am. What's your name and what's your mother tongue?
My name is Sandesha Raipa, and Ranglo is my mother tongue, which is spoken by the Rang community of Uttarakhand.
My name is Acharya Yashi, in Tibetan Yishi Pinsok. My mother tongue is Tibetan language.
My name is Sanaga and my mother tongue is Malayalam.
My name is Rutik. My mother tongue is Telugu and I am from Andhra Pradesh.
Hi, I'm Dichen and my mother tongue is Sikkimese. It's actually called Hokke, but people know it as Sikkimese.
I'm Shorlipi and my mother tongue is Bengali. I'm from West Bengal.
My name is Bhavya Chawda and my mother tongue is Gujarati.
Hello, my name is Yuzuki Sasaki and my mother tongue is Japanese.
Mother language or mother tongue for me is my ethnic identity, and it's important to preserve it in the sense not only preserve it but also to, like you mean,
Mother tongue is the identity of the each and every nation, and the mother tongue is which is the most helpful, useful for the protections of the its country's cultural tradition heritage. For the Tibetans and for the Buddhist Himalayan and the Mahayan Buddhist community, uh, the Tibetan language manuscript has taken from the Devanagari, and also the Buddhism, the Mahayan traditional Buddhism has taken from the translated from the Sanskrit into the Tibetan language. Today there is 108 volumes of the Buddha's teaching uh, in Tibetan language, which is translated from the Sanskrit, and 225 volumes, the commentaries of the Buddha's teaching, Nalanda scholars from the Acharya Nagarjuna, to 225 volumes, which is also translated from the Sanskrit to in Tibetan language. So this is the basically because of the national language, we may able to understand all these things, and modern and classical, both the educations are depend with the language. Without the language, we can't do anything. And then the language and the spoken language are different. Dialects are different. Scripts are different. These two are very important.
అమ్మ ఆవకాయ తెలుగులో మాట్లాడటం ఎప్పుడు బోర్ కొట్టదు. ఇట్ మీన్స్ మదర్ మ్యాంగో పికిల్ అండ్ స్పీకింగ్ ఇన్ తెలుగు ఈజ్ నెవర్ ఎ బోరింగ్ థింగ్. అండ్ మదర్ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఈజ్ యాజ్ ఈక్వల్ యాజ్ యువర్ మదర్. సో దెర్ ఇస్ నో బిగ్గర్ రీజన్ దాన్ దిస్ టు సెలబ్రేట్ మదర్ లాంగ్వేజ్ డే.
For me, I think mother language, just like culture, is the bridge that connects you to your ancestors. And I, coming from a minority community, I think it's sort of acts like a bridge between my ancestors and me. Yes.
Mother tongue to me it is a part of my own identity, the place I come from and the cultural identity that I carry. Mother tongue is has a surrounding around it, and I would say that the importance to know diverse languages of our country or even the world and to preserve them it is very important because knowing a language is a door to knowing somebody another country's culture, and it's if we know a particular language, then it means that we are getting to know that person in a deeper way. And in this era of knowing English and this globalization, it doesn't mean that we have to only limit ourselves to know English because it generalizes the whole perspective of this world. So it's better if we start knowing other countries' languages and start exploring our own country's languages as it has like many dialects and different several languages, and we should start to know them.
मेरे ख्याल से अपनी मातृभाषा अपने को किस तरीके से जीना है ये सिखाती है. सबसे पहले तुम्हारा जन्म जहाँ पे हुआ है वहाँ से तुम सीखते हो कि तुम्हारी मदर लैंग्वेज कैसे डाइवर्स कल्चर में तुम फैलाए जा सकते हो. तुम जन्म के साथ साथ सीखते हो. तुम्हारा कल्चर कैपिटल, सोशल कैपिटल तुम्हारे मदर टंग के साथ आता है. और जब तुम एक मैच्योर लेवल पे जाते हो तुम्हारी मदर टंग तुम्हें सिखाती है कि तुम्हें सोसाइटी के सामने कैसे प्रेजेंट होना है.
For me, my mother tongue Japanese is my identity. So to consider another other's identity, I think to cherish wide language diversity is important.
Yeah, that's interesting. Actually, so in my language, Ranglo, we don't call our mothers ma. We call our mothers na. And for us, ma means no. So it's the reverse of what it is in generally in Hindi, wherein in Hindi you would say ma for mother and na for no. So just shows you the the kind of difference, the range that the words can have in different languages.
Like for, supposed to be, I know English and Hindi. I've been in schools and center schools and university. After the background is my political science. I have written a world constitution in my language. This is the 250 countries constitution, which is compiled in my language. It's a Tibetan language. So this is the which is the significant. So the people will not able to read whole the 250 countries constitution. I have compiled in one small book. Whosoever wanted to know importance and special, unique things of the international different countries' constitution, they will easy to read. Those who know the Tibetan language, mother tongues, they can understand.
Like I said, that I come from a minority community in like back home, so a lot of people from my generation, they don't know how to speak in our language. So, and but then they have this chess to learn the language. So what they are doing right now is a lot of like people from our age group, like youngsters, they're trying to learn languages, like our own mother tongue, and then they're trying to come up with different initiatives to make sure that we learn the language and our language does not die. Yes.
Well, I can't talk for other faculty around me, but as far as I'm concerned, since I am taking the classes for English language and for academic writing, for my communication skills class or for my English language class, I have these little bit of activities wherein I have a group of students having, taking charge of the assembly, in which the students are handling things like thought of the day, word of the day, news of the day, quiz, whatever that is related in English language. But they have the last segment, which is one of the most important and exciting segments, which is taking up a language. And it generally we prefer to have the Indian languages, but apart from Indian languages, we also have few who take up the foreign languages also, wherein we expose the entire class to other languages, wherein they can kind of feel and understand that how languages might be different yet unique, and how language and culture are interrelated, and how even if there is diversity and there are differences, yet there are similarities. So yes, I think everybody has to play a part in society in helping people realize that how respect should be given to all the languages around the world. Not, it cannot be that one language is just made to be dominant. It's not actually the long language which is calling out for dominance. It is the people who are speaking, or people who, the way that we think, that make one language be kind of looking like that is dominant over the others. No, we shouldn't do that. All languages should be treated equally, whether they are a majority one which is spoken by the majority or the minorities, or even if it's from a community that is smaller, very very small in number, I would say. Yes. In my language, there is no word for thank you. Yes. So that doesn't mean that we're a community that is thankless. Or we it could be something like when you help somebody, like if I help you, I wouldn't or I shouldn't be even expecting a thank you from you. And but then obviously everybody is thankful, right? So if suppose she would do something or you would do something for me and I want to thank you, then I will just say something like naga bidale. Okay, so naga is you, bida is good, and le happens like. So naga bida le means good happens to you, which is from the heart. So it's, there are so many people who say thank you, but they don't even mean thank you. So then imagine somebody saying this from your heart, naga bida le. That's like a proper blessing along with the thank you. So I think we shouldn't always try to expect that every language will have the same kind of meaning or word which is matching with all the other languages around the world. There could be a complete different meaning or complete different reason for it. For example, a place that does not have snow will not have more than one or two words for snow, but a place or an environment that is completely in snow, people living in that habitat or working with it will have multiple words for snow. So yes, that is there.
Okay.
되게 나저 배 저기 히말라야 리규 다가나신기 속보 아니 대내신기 망볼리아 되게디 비디 개침불에 투미삼부터기 비디 söötö 남버데 엔 단다 되게기 비기 토라 lecture केने सांगी कंजूर द टेंजूर जुरनांचे 아니 कंजूर पु디 갸당 게당 땡줄 부디 니자 니슈 짜슴 독제제 단단 간주 상기기 템베 진죽 용조로리아 아니 간주 땡주 부디 숨잘 하식 로야 요레 아니 시림당 머림 랍다 카그나라 아니 랍제 롭제 독제제 롭종 제야 요레 근데 인상 벽에 비 아니 유게 창물로 아니 개첨부레 제장 계급 상매 계획이 Zambulingi Sungyup Chogure, I appeal the United Nations to preserve the entire the languages. That is the most important, not just for the celebration.
എൻ്റെ പേര് അനഘ, എൻ്റെ നാട് കണ്ണൂരാണ്. ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ PhD പഠിക്കുകയാണ് പൊളിറ്റിക്കൽ സയൻസിൽ. So I basically said my name is Anagha. I am from Kannur, which is a district in Kerala, and I'm doing my PhD here.
నీకు చదవడం తెలిస్తే ప్రతి మనిషి ఒక పుస్తకమే, విచ్ మీన్స్ ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు రీడ్, ఎవ్రీ పర్సన్ ఈజ్ ఎ బుక్. ఐడ్ ఆల్సో లైక్ టు టెల్ సంథింగ్. In 16th century, a Venetian explorer referred to Telugu as Italian of the East, but I think it's the other way around because Telugu is much older than Italian, so we can say Italian is the Telugu of the West.
Kuzu Zambo, Niki Ming Dichenin. It means, hi, my name is Dichen.
বাঙালি হিসেবে আমি মনে করি যে আমাদের দেশের সংস্কৃতির একটা বড় অংশ বাংলা। আর বাঙালি হিসেবে আমরা যে মর্যাদাটা দিই বাংলাকে, সেই মর্যাদাটা হয়তো তার থেকেও বেশি দেওয়া উচিত, আর নিজেদের ভাষাটাকে আরও ভালোভাবে বোঝা উচিত। So it actually means that as a Bengali, the language Bengali is a like large part of this India's entire culture, and even as a Bengali, perhaps we don't give enough reverence to the language itself, which we should do in the upcoming days.
ભારતના વિવિધ રાજ્યોના લોકો સાથે મળીને આવો અને અલગ અલગ ભાષાઓનો એક સમૃદ્ધ ભારત બનાવો. આનો मीनिंग ऑफ दिस सेंटेंस इज पूरे इंडिया के लोग एक साथ में आइए, अलग अलग भाषाओं को साथ में मिलाइए और एक ऐसा नेशन बनाइए जो एक कल्चर डाइवर्सिटी से भरा हुआ हो, क्योंकि हमारा इंडिया ही डेमोक्रेसी, डाइवर्सिटी और डिफरेंट कल्चर को प्रमोट करता है वर्ल्ड वाइड लेवल पे.
あなたに出会えてとても嬉しいです。आपसे मिलकर मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई. Thank you so much.
Thank you.